On this South Florida episode of Designing Spaces. When one door closes, making the right choices when it comes to new doors for your home. Moving? It doesn't need to be stressful if you choose the right mover. Do you have marble flooring? Perhaps it's been a while since you showed it some love. Care tips to help restore your floor to its original glory. South Florida residents know that backyard fences are susceptible to damage during hurricane season. Luckily, Fencing South Florida are on hand to repair damage or give your yard a brand new look. Do your doors or closets need a fresh new look? We open the door to providing the solutions for a perfect customized upgrade. It's the first thing you see when entering your home. Your doors are important to the operation and security of your house.
Everybody goes through doors on a daily basis and kind of forgets the importance of them. So it's an important element when it comes to remodeling.
Here at Builder's Bargain in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, local homeowners and contractors have a wide selection of doors, both exterior and interior. Professionals in the store help customers get more bang for the buck and provide valued expertise.
The main focus is doors, trim, and hardware, and we really just provide the best service possible on those things. So you can come in and you can get personalized service that you're not going to get at the big box stores, and we can really do it all. I mean, we have our own shop in-house. We're able to customize, give you the products that you probably won't find elsewhere. Turnaround times are simple for us. I mean, within a week, we could do almost anything for you.
Meet Sarah and Justin, homeowners in the market for new doors.
Well, our home here is a mid-1950s home with original doors that are hollow, and decided wanted something more substantial. We've got children now. You can hear the kids from the rooms through the doors, so the age of the existing doors, we knew it was time.
Not only did we have old doors, we had a nanny who put stickers all over the doors. So it was time to paint, and then we decided instead of just painting, we would get all new doors and trim.
Looking for doors, did a lot of research online, but couldn't really tell what our style was. And I drive through Fort Lauderdale almost daily. Saw Builder's Bargain. I stopped in one day, and that's what we were looking for. So came home, I told Sarah, and said, I think I found a great place for us to look at doors.
I have a hard time shopping at big box stores. I don't make decisions well there, and I need a lot of extra service. And so when we went to Builder's Bargains, we found somebody who could actually help us pick the style that we were looking for and the trim as well.
Hey guys.
So, hey
Matt.
how are you?
Justin, nice to see you again.
Good
Sarah.
to see you.
So last time we were here, we were in browsing, but now it's time to make some decisions. We're ready to go.
Great. Have you had a closer look at anything here yet that you like?
Well, our house is mid-century, 1950s, so probably something more on the traditional end.
Okay. You know, I think for your guys' case, probably something in between. Okay, we have what we call transitional, which is not too modern or too traditional, really. Kind of fits right in between. It'll kind of give you a nice clean feel, an updated look, but not kind of get you away from the traditional sense. So
Our doors currently in our home are hollow. Definitely want to go with something solid.
no problem. This particular door is available both ways. So if you want to upgrade to solid core, you can do it. They look exactly the same, but the solid core will give you that sort of soundproofing and just a weightier feel.
So we've got some different sized doors at our house. Some of them are narrow. How do we handle that?
So what I'll do is I'll put you in touch with an installer. That's going to be a key thing. He's going to want to come out, measure, get appropriate measurements for the door sizes and frames and so forth.
I like the Carrera. What do you think?
It looks good. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Great.
The Carrera.
great.
Okay.
One of the first things I look at when installing the doors is the size of the jamb and the size of the opening. In the old homes, the plaster openings make for different size jambs, and with Builder's Bargain, they're able to produce a door for us that'll match the openings, unlike the big box stores where everything is cut to specific sizes off the shelf. This way we get a proper fit on all of the doors, so the molding lays flat and the hardware all works.
So we're nearly completed with the project, and we couldn't be happier with how it all came out. The process was so easy for us.
Yeah, and the difference new doors makes in your home it's exceptional.
We've been in town for 40 years, so we have a tremendous following as far as customership, but we're always looking to grow, and we want people to know that we are a neighborhood staple around here, and we want you to know that we're that mom and pop shop that you're gonna come in and have a really great customer experience and be able to see lots of things and get them for a reasonable price in a really reasonable amount of time.
As overwhelmed homeowners deal with the logistical challenges of an address change, the added pressure of transporting belongings safely and securely becomes a major concern.
So when it came time for me to find a moving company, especially with me moving out of state, I was overwhelmed by the amount of companies that there are that can move you, and different information, and everything was kind of conflicting, and it was really actually stressful.
Fortunately, there are steps you can follow to reduce the stress of moving your belongings.
One of the most important things when you're looking for a moving company is to do research. And one of the websites I would suggest is a government website.
Visit websites like the American Moving and Storage Association's promover.org and the U.S. Department of Transportation's DOT.gov for information on potential movers, including making sure they're qualified as pro movers. Florida-based Nationwide Van Lines, a pro mover, has been securely moving the valued possessions of customers across the street, states, and seas since 2001. With over 15,000 moves, Nationwide brings a wealth of expertise to help relieve the stress of moving.
We at Nationwide Van Lines are a family-owned company, and we strive for excellence. We want to make sure that the move is stress-free as possible.
Part of keeping stress levels low is to make sure you know what potential pitfalls to look for, including disingenuous rogue companies.
You want to stay away from companies that they're not professional movers and they would not know how to do it properly. Also, some companies present themselves as an actual moving company, but at the end they're just brokers and they will outsource your job and you would not know who's coming to your home.
Additionally, make sure to visit bbb.com to make sure your mover is accredited with the Better Business Bureau.
One of the most important things when choosing a mover, you gotta make sure that they have the right equipment to perform the job. Here at Nationwide, we have state-of-the-art trucks. They all equipped with all the safety features that you can think of.
Ensuring your possessions make the trip safely is of the utmost concern. But unfortunately, there are other dangers to watch out for beyond physical damage.
So one of my biggest concerns when it comes to this move is the safety of my things. The fact that, you read these articles and you see these stories on the news about people, moving companies holding your stuff hostage and not giving you your things until you pay. And that's scary.
There are some moving companies that are being investigated by Florida Attorney General. One of the things that they can be investigated for is taking your items and then not telling you the final cost of your move. While the truck is in transit, they can give you a call and let you know that your price has increased drastically. They will hold your stuff hostage without the release until you pay them the full amount.
Look out for these and other kinds of violations by checking the Safety and Fitness Electronic Records System, also known as SAFER, on the U.S. Department of Transportation's website.
When a homeowner is moving, you always want to check for the right licensing, insurance, coverage.
Make sure your potential moving company has at least up to $750,000 of liability coverage to protect you, as well as verifying that they extend workman compensation insurance to their employees.
Also make sure that a moving company has the proper full value protection and the least basic 60 cents per pound. Of course, that doesn't always do a lot of justice when you're moving a whole home, so make sure the full value protection is available to you at all times.
Beyond all those assurances, sometimes the best way to evaluate a moving company requires a more personal approach.
Visit them and have a face-to-face or even have an on-site representative come to your home for a proper estimation.
A moving company should extend the highest level of respect to you and your possessions.
We make sure that every job we protect the property before we even start We make sure we put runners. We make sure we protect all the doors and walls before we even move the furniture. When we get to high-value items, a carpenter will come and will make custom-made crates right there on the spot to wood crate anything that's extremely valuable or extremely fragile.
Choosing a mover with a good reputation for charitable endeavors in the community can also help a homeowner feel good about their choice. Nationwide Van Lines participates in Move for Hunger, a food drive designed to make use of perishable food donations made by moving homeowners, providing much-needed support to local food banks and meals to neighbors in need.
I wanted to be sure that I was hiring a moving company that I felt comfortable with, and let me tell you, they just really are wonderful.
For more info on how Nationwide Van Lines can help relieve the stress of your next move, visit nationwidevanlines.com or visit designingspaces.tv.
There are pros and cons when it comes to refinancing from a 30-year term to a 15-year term, and the outcomes might surprise you. Ideally, we want everybody to do a 15-year mortgage, but not everybody can afford it. What people don't understand a lot is that you can do a 30-year mortgage and make it into a 15. There's no prepayment penalty on most of our mortgages anymore. A 30-year fixed mortgage is not that far off from a 15-year on rate. So you can pay a little bit extra per month and have your loan paid off in 15, 16, 17 years. The good thing about doing a 30-year term and paying it off in 15 is it allows you to fall back to that 30-year payment. If something comes up, medical bills, you need a new roof, the AC broke, I can fall back to my 30-year payment and then catch up later. But the key is to be disciplined. You want to make the 15-year payment on a 30-year mortgage every month. And if you do fall back onto that 30-year payment, you want to catch yourself back up and get back on that 15-year term, because it does save you a lot in interest over the life of the loan.
Nothing is immune to the hands of time. Even the most durable flooring materials need periodic rejuvenation.
My family and I, we have a lot of traffic and we just don't have time to maintain it. We got busy lives, and it's just time to really get it taken care of.
With proper care, maintenance, and restoration, these marble floors can last generations.
After talking to the homeowner, we're going to restore the floors in this house and basically get it back to its natural beauty.
Boris does a walkthrough with the homeowner, pointing out the problems.
Well, basically, the floor was neglected for years from previous owners. To get it back to original stage, we need basically to clean it really good, take care of all these scratches. Then we're gonna flatten the floor. We're gonna fill all the holes, so it's gonna look gorgeous after we're done.
So one of the neighbors referred me to you, and when I heard your company name was Affordable Marble Restoration, those were like the three magic words for me.
The crew clears the furniture and covers the baseboards.
Here you can see highest traffic area in this house, of course.
And of course, kitchen cooking, you got all the grease and dirt. And
of course, by the sink, this is the holes we're trying to fill to make it as flat as possible.
You know, and some of the tiles, like if you look at these ones here, there's just tons of pitting here. And when they come from outside, the dirt gets in there and everything.
Well, you got to realize a lot of these stones are from the different quarries. So some of the stones are more stronger, some less. Even in the high traffic areas, you can see wear and tear is different on the stone.
Boris meets with his crew, pointing out details and special care areas of the floor. They're set to go. Did you know marble floors need regular maintenance? Avoid harsh chemicals and use mild cleaners made specifically for stone floors. Never use mops and sprays made for cleaning vinyl floors on a stone floor. Dust mop marble floors frequently to remove dust and dirt particles that have been ground in by heavy foot traffic. The next day, after the floors have dried, the project moves into its second phase.
The homeowner wanted the satin finish, and that's what we're doing today. We're sealing and buffing the floor to get to the final result, and then we can move the furniture back.
Once Boris and his crew have completed the final buffing, the marble floor has a vibrant new life.
Well, marble floor can last forever if you take care of it, and Affordable Marble Restoration can help you with that.
So they finished the floor, and I am beyond ecstatic at the results. They delivered on every promise. It's beautiful, it's flat, it doesn't have all the little pits for the dirt to catch into. They really brought new life into this floor. If rocks can really have life, this is it.
If you live in South Florida, hurricanes are a way of life. After their backyard fence was damaged, Jane and Michael reached out to Dan at Fencing South Florida, who not only sells fencing materials, he builds them as well. In fact, it's a one-stop shop.
Hi, my name is Dan Cassio, owner and proprietor of Fencing South Florida, where we're a true wholesale to customer company. Come check out our factory. I have all the raw material here for our aluminum products, and you can see in the background is some finished product there. On this side of the factory, we weld up all our chain link products and steel products. Over here at this station, we're fabricating all the aluminum fencing that you see in the back here. And if you go back over here, you'll see a CNC routing machine. It routes PVC, and it's actually routed the fence that we're going to be putting in today. Hey, Jane and Mike, how are you?
Hey,
nice
good to see you.
Finally made it.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right, I can't wait to start the project. I want to just go over just 3 little things with you. This gate isn't centered on the area, and I wanted to know if you wanted to move it over or not.
I think right here is fine.
You like it right here?
Yeah,
Good
perfect.
entranceway?
Good.
This plant is dead over here, and it's in the way. So I'm going to chop it out, and then I'll replace it with something nice for you, though.
Perfect.
Okay?
Perfect.
And then the last thing is that this fence looks, the land looks level, but it truly isn't. And I want the fence to look nice and straight. So there might be a little gap over here, and we could fill it in a little bit, and I'll still make sure that it's to pool code.
Okay,
So,
perfect.
and that's pretty much it. I had to take out this plant, and I felt bad, so I'm going to redo her garden for her a little bit.
Dan suggested that they use PVC to build the fence because it's more resistant to the South Florida climate than wood is.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Jane.
This looks great.
Thank you.
I'm feeling like a little bit guilty. You know, we're kind of a DIY family. I'm wondering, is there anything we can do?
Well, I have 2 choices for you.
Okay.
You can help us load all that debris onto the truck over there,
I don't
or
think
maybe
so.
you can help us put in a section. I'll show you how to do it.
Let's put in a section. That'd be great.
Got it done? All right.
Cool.
There you go. Just gotta plumb the post. All right, guys, pack it up. They're gonna finish it up.
Thanks for letting us try.
I think things are moving right along. As you can see, we're just about leveling out the land. The fence actually used to end about right here, and we extended it all the way back. I think they're gonna be happy with it. I went ahead and bought a couple extra plants for them and to dress up the little backyard for them. They're really good people. I hope they like it. Welcome to your new backyard.
All right.
Wow, it's beautiful.
I think we hit all the bullet points.
Great.
Actually, we moved it up a little bit and gave you 2 more sections here and opened up the space a little bit.
It's great. It's great.
I was able to reuse a lot of your existing foliage and pruned it up nice. And this area over here, I did have that casualty, but I replaced it with a ponytail palm. And
Wow, it's fabulous.
2 sable palms. They're very slow growers, so there's not a lot of maintenance.
Perfect, perfect.
And then remember I told you about the line. We leveled out the whole line, so you got more height and more privacy now.
It looks fabulous.
I hope you love it as much as me.
I love it. Thank you so much. Good bug.
Here we are after the fence is in. I think it was a success. We had a great day. The crew knocked it out of the park. The McCarthys loved it. I couldn't ask for a better time, and I had a good time doing it. They got a little more than they bargained for, I think, with some of the landscaping, but that's nothing out of the ordinary.
Wow, this has been such a great day. Dan and the team, they put a fence up and landscape. The yard couldn't look better. We get to enjoy it with our children and our grandchildren. I couldn't be happier with this team and everything that happened today.
Done so fast, prompt. You know, they were a great team, very professional. It looks beautiful here. It looks like a totally different yard, totally different house. It really does.
For more information, visit their website at fencingsouthflorida.com.
The market crash of 2008 was second to the Great Depression and the worst financial crisis our country's ever had. A lot of people buying homes right now, realtors, they come and ask me, when's that crash going to happen again? Because values are pretty much where they were prior to the 2008 crash. You know, fortunately for us, in my opinion, it's not going to happen in our lifetime. The government did a lot of things that are going to protect us from having another crash like that, such as appraisal independence. Because in the past, we had mortgage companies, banks, realtors calling appraisers saying, hey, I need this value, get me this value. And this drove up values like you wouldn't believe. The government made a rule in 2008 and where banks, mortgage companies, realtors are not allowed to try to sway appraisals. We have real regulations now for mortgages. We have mandatory tools in place to prevent mortgage fraud. You know, the regulations where anybody can get a mortgage, you know, you didn't need to have a job essentially. Now we have real rules in place where they're going to prevent that from happening again.
Florida, it's very hard to be unhappy here. It's very tropical. We love the area, a mile and a half from the beach. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. My husband and I moved here 8 years ago. We're high school sweethearts. I have 2 kids. I have a son and a daughter. My husband made a career move, and then we found this house and slowly have been renovating room by room. Current doors have found are warped, cracking, the hinges are peeling. So Miami Doors is going to replace all of my interior doors. It's going to be the finishing touch, the cherry on top of the cake.
And Miami Doors and Closets is not your average contractor. They're a one-stop shop for custom fitting, fabrication, and installation, using a patented measuring technology to ensure the perfect fit every time.
Look at the handle system here. I mean, this is not safe. You got chipping here. This is something that you need to replace. It's not looking good.
Doors here that don't match. The hinges are all painted on. It's ugly. These have to go.
What we do is we're going to replace your old track, your old piece of fascia here, put a new heavy-duty roller system in. You're going to love this new sliding door.
Mike and David are very friendly, answered all of my questions, easy to work with, easy to talk to. I love that kind of communication.
Let me answer that. Let me say something. You know, 2 Philly guys who met in college, who had a lot in common.
We met on the basketball court, and we took our friendship off the court.
Dave is obviously the owner of the firm. He started Miami Doors and Closets.
Mike is our sales director, arguably a visionary.
We both do a lot of client interfacing. I mean, I would obviously say I'm much better at it, but Dave does a great job.
Choosing the style, I trusted Mike. He took one look at my cabinets and recommended this simple, clean look, and then went to the showroom.
We have more traditional styles all the way to modern. We have shakers, we have frosted glass, we have mirrors.
Swing doors, bifold doors, bypass doors.
With the style picked out, it's time to go back to the house to begin the measuring process.
This house is very old, and what happens in older homes is that they settle, so no door frame is square. This is our 3D digital imaging device. This machine measures down to 1/1000th of an inch. That data is then uploaded to our factory where our CNC machine then has at it.
This is where old school craftsmanship meets cutting edge technology. With robotic precision, each door is custom milled to fit the existing door frame.
Hey, bye guys, I'm heading out. I'm gonna run a few errands. I'll be back soon.
All
Bye,
right.
Lori.
Can't wait to see the result.
Let's get to work. Old doors out, new doors in. No fuss, no mess. We're in and out of here in less than a half a day.
Hello. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Perfect timing. I cannot wait to show you the doors. Come on, take a look. It absolutely looks perfect.
I'm so excited.
Do I have a surprise for you? Look how this came out.
Oh my gosh.
Check this out.
What? Oh my God.
Isn't that beautiful? Like butter.
What a difference. Oh.
Look how the door came out. Absolutely perfect choice. It matches your kitchen absolutely beautifully.
I love my new doors. They're the finishing touch to our renovation.
Please.
Please, okay. This day could not have come sooner. This house looks finished. The doors are gorgeous. I'm so excited.
This installation went exactly how we expected.
Lori is thrilled, which means we're thrilled.
That closes the door on another perfect project.
For more information on Miami Doors and Closets, you can visit their website or check out designingspaces.tv. For more information on anything you've seen on today's show, or to be a part of the show, go to our website, designingspaces.tv.